been power scaling quite a lot, trying to see who's the strongest fictional character. But how strong is my favorite fictional character, Santa Claus? Well, let's find out. We're gonna see who the most powerful Santa is out of all the Santas. Behold, look at all the Santas. Who could be the strongest? Let's find out together, shall we? He is Jackie Chan. If he makes that joke, I'm gonna be really mad. It's not pre-watched.
Hi there.
Damn it. I kind of wanted him to.
I was just in the middle of reading my favorite Yuletide story. It's the holidays,
We
folks.
are Jackie Chan. I think I heard a song like that recently.
It's Christmas, Theo. It's the time of miracles.
And during this time of year, there is one thing that is inescapable. This jolly piece of shit. The
Hooray!
man known as Sinterklaas, Saint Nick, Christopher Kringle, or Kring Kring to his friends, has a long...
Is he a Coca-Cola creation? Is that real? Okay, chat said it before I did. That keeps coming up as a fun fact, but I don't know if that's true or not. It is? Red Santa is. Yes, no, no, yes, no. I hate you people, man. I can't stand this. I wish I could implant a Neuralink into all of your brains to always tell the truth. Or say, I don't know. Type, I don't know.
and is easily in the top 3 of the most recognized fictional figures of all time. Right
Really? Oh, no, here he is. Santa, Mickey, Mario? Kermit?
above Kermit the Frog and directly below Beetlejuice. He's a saint, an elf, a bringer of gifts.
Fictional? Well, these are fictional interpretations of Santa. The real Santa might not look like this. We don't know. This is just in media, right?
Which cinematic Santa is the most powerful?
Okay, wait a minute.
Very important holiday question. Which
I don't remember this scene. There is something that happens when you have a kid where you only know, and I think this is true, if there are any parents in chat, I feel like I only know the first half of any movie. I know the first half of Zootopia like the back of my hand. After that, she's checked out. We're in another room playing. She's coloring. I'm on my laptop. Like, we're doing something else. I sometimes babysit my niece, and I get it, man. Yeah, they're super locked in for like 30 minutes. I don't know how people like this movie, by the way. Same with like The Grinch with Jim Carrey. This movie is insane. Jim Carrey Grinch is peak Xmas. You were born in 1998.
or it's auto-playing on your
Lock it
TV
in.
while you're asleep on the couch. Either way, thank you. We've compiled a sweet 16
Stupid
Santa
ad
bracket
movie.
from all across
Yes!
the world
Oh
of
my
film,
God, I love
and we're
a
going to
bracket.
break down
Yes!
once and for all
Please.
who is
Who's
the
top
ultimate
seed?
Santa. Santa has been represented in so many mediums: songs, comic books,
Ultraman?
video games, novels, pog form. It's just too much to cover, including television. If we included TV shows, this video would be probably 4 hours long, and Carl Winslow would end up winning.
Carl Winslow's friendship with the demigod Urkel gives him an unfair advantage. Does Steve Urkel have powers that I'm not hip to? What happens in Family Matters? He becomes powerful later. Oh, okay.
And this brings up a very important caveat on our bracket. We're specifically focusing on actual Santa Clauses, which means characters who simply dress up as Santa at any point in their movie
Yeah,
do
that's
not
stupid.
qualify. You gotta be
Fred
the real big man
Flintstone
up
does
north.
that, but he's not
Merry
Santa.
Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
Why is Kelsey Grammer being Santa? Is it Frasier?
So that means no bad Santa, no deadly games, no Jack Skellington, no Big Show, no
He's so tall. He's so tiny here. Look at him.
Hulk Hogan, and maybe the
Did he say
big
Big Show? Yeah, Big
Silent
Show
Night,
is
Deadly
the,
Night, no
is the
Jack
Santa in
Skellington,
Jingle All the
no
Way.
Big-
He says, I'm going to deck your halls, bub. And then he hits him with Mini-Me. Great movie. And it's so funny. This movie is so fucking funny because they put in Big Show and Arnold Schwarzenegger is supposed to be like, oh no, this giant Santa Claus. It's Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger. Like, it might go either way. This is an even matchup. Like,
It breaks down into 3 judging categories. Number 1, magical prowess and all-around supernatural Christmas powers. That means sliding through chimneys, flying reindeer, workshop technology, all that stuff.
Flying reindeer
Number
doesn't
2 is
feel fair,
Christmas
though, 'cause
joy.
he doesn't have
the amount
that.
of cheer spread by the presence of a Santa is crucial to how good of a Santa they are. Santa
Right,
needs
that's how
people
he
to
gets his
believe in
power.
him to
Right,
maintain his
Clausimeter,
powers.
right.
People gotta be excited when you come to town. That's kind of
Yeah.
his whole brand. There's a song about it. And the third category is the most important, survival instincts.
okay.
Back off, Slick.
Does Santa know he can die? I feel like he's like a dog and he has no concept of his own mortality, if he can. I think the worst thing that could happen to Santa is that we have to cancel Christmas. Oh no, Christmas is canceled. That's all I think can happen. The
Our
Claus
first
one looks
matchup
very
starts with
strong
one
and
of the
powerful.
titans of Christmas movies, the 2003 Jon Favreau monolith, Elf. It's a movie so firmly in the classics column that Will Ferrell is a Christmas decoration. I know it's technically Buddy the Elf, but there's no other real-life human being that's an inflatable lawn decoration.
Huh. You can get like stand-ups of John Cena or whatever, but I guess there's not anything like that.
Will
Is
Ferrell.
Buddy the most popular elf? Probably Keebler elves, right? Wait, Buddy's not an elf. Stupid. Famously. No, he can't be. It's got to be the elf on the shelf. Legolas. Oh, right. No, you're right.
At Home Depot right now.
Cotton-headed ninny muggins.
Anyway, we're not talking about Buddy. We're talking about his boss, played in this movie by the incredible Ed Asner.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, King.
We've had another very successful year.
This movie is great.
When
It's
it
a
comes to
very good
Christmas
movie.
powers, he seems to be at the whims of Christmas cheer in whatever area that he's in.
Dude,
which
Elf is really good if you haven't seen it. Like, Will Ferrell's shtick of, like, the man-child, silly, goofy guy kind of gets old. This is the best he's ever been. He's so fucking good in this. You are an
Suddenly-
angry elf. I am not. I'm a happy elf.
Just
I'm a
drop
joyous
down
elf
to
with a lot of
zero.
cheer.
Aside from his state-of-the-art sled, this Santa doesn't get to flex his
Shithead.
magic super hard. He does get a bit of a bounce when it comes to spreading cheer, though. He renews hope
I
in
was
James.
quoting the movie. Oh, okay, sorry. Now I'm a remorseful elf. I forgot he does it. Oh, I didn't get to that part. I only watched the first half again. My kid got bored. It happened again.
And in the survival skills category, he seems to have a pretty healthy knowledge of New York City.
There are like 30 Ray's pizzas. They all claim to be
Yeah,
the original,
actually.
but the real one's on 11.
And
good
he knows
street
to never
smarts.
trust a horse cop. He's going up against the titular and animated Klaus, voiced by J.K. Simmons.
That guy's fucking huge. He's not like fat. He's strong fat, like a sumo guy. I haven't seen this movie, but he looks very powerful.
A lot of red. Is it too much?
Klaus definitely has a lot more going on than Ed Asner. This film is technically an origin story about the man who would become the supernatural being known as Santa Claus. What he lacks
kinda
in
sucks.
magical
I don't wanna
powers,
know
he makes
that.
up for with
You need to
carpentry and
watch
toy making
Klaus? No, that sounds stupid. I don't want to watch it.
skills. He's also pretty adaptable. He's good with an axe, he's a very skilled sled pilot, and it helps that he's built like a brick house.
Look, I'm trapped. Ah, you're right there.
Brick
Yeah, he's
housiness
very
aside,
powerful.
Elf Santa has the edge when it comes to Christmas magic.
If it's an origin story, then he's probably ass at the beginning. It's like that Robert Pattinson Batman movie. He probably doesn't, like, he's probably not good at it, right? He didn't get every kid.
Ed Asner Santa is moving on.
I'm getting too old for this job.
But he probably dies soon. He looks very old. Polar Express Santa looks... Why his beard is so silky? It's not like curly. I don't like it. It's weird.
The second showdown pits the Uncanny Valley Santa Claus from the
I don't
Polar
like
Express
that.
against a
Ugh.
maybe lesser-known Santa Claus, David Huddleston, in the 1985 Jacques Schwartz film Santa Claus the Movie. This is a bit of a hard
Okay. I had never heard of Santa Claus the movie. That's very funny.
one. Don't really spend a lot of-
That did not land. They really tried to like take over that market, and people did not fuck with that.
When it comes to magical powers, there's not a ton on display. You could theorize that Santa
Tom
is on
Hanks
some
is awful in this
prestige
movie. That guy's a dick.
and is also the conductor and the surly hobo since they're all played by Tom Hanks. Hanks also played the main child in the movie, which is a choice.
What? That's crazy. I did not know that. Everyone in the whole movie is... How much did he get paid? This movie is ass.
Survival instincts are kind of out the window too. We only see him in the North Pole, which is statistically the safest
I hate this.
place for him to be. He's
Yeah,
mainly
that-
just surrounded by
That Santa is very vulnerable. I feel like he's like he's like Mr. House in his little tomb.
If you haven't seen it, Santa Claus the movie is half an origin story about Santa and Mrs. Claus dying in a snowstorm after delivering toys to children in the Middle Ages. No, seriously. They're then resurrected by elves and God, possibly. And then later, Dudley Moore doesn't feel appreciated and John
It's like
Lithgow
the end of
exploits his labor.
Hereditary. John Lithgow.
This Santa is kind of your stock and trade Santa. I'm going to be saying that a lot. At the end of the day, Christmas is saved. Santa gets to show off his evasive driving skills, and John Lithgow floats
Great.
off into space and dies, presumably. In the battle of not seeing very much Santas, the W goes to Santa Claus the movie.
That's fine. I didn't want Polar Express to win. He's gonna lose that Asner right now. He's dead. What is that? I've never heard of that. It's Santa Claus versus the devil. He fights Satan, I guess, feel like that one's gonna win. He's in direct combat. I think that Santa wins the bracket, right?
In the 3 seed is the duology of films The Christmas Chronicles from director Chris Columbus, starring Kurt Russell as Santa Claus.
Live and in
Christmas Chronicles by Chris Columbus. Dude,
person.
God put him on Earth for a
He's
very
going up
funny
against
reason.
the 1959 Mexican film Santa Claus, sometimes known as Santa Claus vs. the Devil, starring Jose Elias Moreno in the role of Santa.
That is an extremely convincing Santa Claus.
Now, do you remember that letter you sent me about dreaming of being a fashion designer? She used to always ask for sewing kits, little toy sewing machines.
Flying
I don't like Kurt Russell as Santa. He's too, like, charismatic and hot. He's badass. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't want Santa. I want Santa to be like, he doesn't want to be cool, but then it's like, well, you've left me no choice. And then he unleashes his Christmas magic and he fights. But he looks like he would fight.
Flying sleigh, a hot wife, a great head of hair, can produce hyper-specific toys from his jacket. This sack of toys is some kind of pocket dimension that leads to the North Pole. And he can give musical... Oh, and he can control the weather. Like Storm. That's crazy. The guy can spread cheer for days like it's butter.
He controls
He's
the
so
weather?
good at it that it gets him out of prison and also raises the spirits of everyone who snowed in at Logan International Airport in a time before cell phones. So fit that he's strong enough to huck the Yule Cat a country mile. Completely
The Yule Cat? Why did he do that?
So
that's a very
fit that he's strong enough to
cat.
huck the...
Dude, I feel like he should be the top. This is a fucked up seed that he has to fight the Santa that killed the devil.
Cat a country mile.
Oh my
Completely
God,
unrelated
man.
side note, Yule Cat lore is bonkers. The Yule Cat was fabled to eat people who didn't get new clothes before Christmas Eve. Okay, bitch, a bit judgy. And on top of everything,
I better go shopping.
This Santa lives in a floating castle in outer space
Thank you,
that is
Hawkins.
filled with some David Lynchian looking technology.
You've already met Judy.
Oh, this shit is
His
fancy.
elves are replaced by an army of children from different countries. Oh, and Merlin lives in the castle, along with Vulcan, the Roman god of forging and metalworking.
The golden key that opens all doors is ready, Santa.
Okay, so wait, this Santa has a lot of resources. He has an entire council at his disposal, including the strongest mage to ever live and a mythical bronze worker? Santa is big boss. He's recruiting people. Yeah, he finds a child from all the countries and puts a balloon on their back.
Also packing some powerful lungs, the ability to teleport, and has the power to rebuke devils who try to influence the minds of children. That plays into his cheer spreading and survival instincts. Even with the power of God on his side, sorry, he just can't compete with a time-traveling guitar-playing hot Santa.
Yeah, well, I think it's more the Christmas cheer. This guy has way more cheer. The other one's like a Batman type. He's got like a bunch of resources, but this guy's like the devil one is Batman. This guy's James Bond. This is a James Bond Santa. Okay, we're getting very silly now. Can we please take this seriously? Why would he even take over Mars? There are plenty of children here.
Scott Calvin's tenure as Santa stretches across 3 movies and a TV series, which creates a lot of room for screenwriters to give him an array of magic powers like he's pre-crisis Superman. He can transmutate objects into toys like some kind of festive devil, and also give life to inanimate objects like lawn decorations. He's immune to the powers of other magical beings like Cupid, Sandman, and Jack Frost. He's able to withstand...
Dude, what is Martin Short doing, man? Virgil from DMC? Shut up, man.
Can compress his body to fit through non-chimneys, is able to communicate with reindeer, bestows magical powers upon his own children who aren't Charlie, and can shapeshift. And this isn't even counting all of the powerful technology he possesses as Major Domo. Jetpacks, tinsel that can cut through steel, NSA-level tracking computers, a machine that makes authoritarian robot Santas. His opponent, however, has faced challenges on an intergalactic scale. When it comes to powers, this Santa doesn't really have a lot of weight to throw around. He doesn't seem to possess any kind of magical abilities aside from some kind of chimney-related skills. Also, his laugh leans more towards maniacal than jolly. And his defensive skills are pretty limited
not a
too.
Ho, ho, ho.
He goes with them. I think it's pretty safe to say that Scott Calvin moves on to the next round.
Okay. ROTG is the best Santa? Oh, really? Is this the movie that has like all the Easter Bunny and like it's like the MCU but with like holidays?
If you're unfamiliar, Miracle on 34th
jail?
Street is about a jovial and Claus-esque older gentleman who fills in for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade when the original Santa is too drunk to Claus. From there, it snowballs into a debate whether or not Kris Kringle is actually Santa, which leads to him assaulting someone and then being put on trial to prove that he's Santa. For some reason. Spoiler for movies old enough to rent cars, but Kris is legally found to be Santa Claus, at least in the state of New York.
Can accept and acknowledge that Santa Claus does exist.
That's the miracle? It's a courtroom drama?
And he exists in the person of Kris Kringle.
Who would watch this? Dude, if my parents put this on, I would hate my parents.
Case dismissed. Santa Claus.
Coney, what would you do if you were legally found to be Santa? I'd probably jump off a bridge. I don't want that responsibility, man. I finished my Christmas shopping like recently, and I have a small family. Like it's less than 10 people. How many people are on the planet? 6 billion? Like I got to go to China and India. That's like 3 billion between the two of them, right? 8 billion? It keeps getting bigger. Coney Santa would just say everyone is naughty. You know what? Everybody was bad this year. I'm like Jesus Christ. You have to confess every sin you do, or I'm going to be mad about it. So if you do anything wrong in an entire year, you're naughty. And you know what? Not living your life and walking on eggshells to make sure that you don't do anything wrong, that's not enjoying your life. That's naughty. In a jigsaw kind of way. You're not appreciating the gift of life, especially during the holiday season. My dumbass would accidentally get a kid in India a book in English. I'd be mixing up the presents. Oh, I'd be dropping cane toads in Australia and ruining the ecosystem.
Unlike other Santas, majority of the toy making in his North Pole is done by an army of Yetis, while the elves are more of a minion class. North is packing all the standard Santa magic.
This shit bombed hard. We've talked about this on stream before. Like when you make a Christmas movie, you are going for like a cultural crit build because it's not going to do well in theaters. Christmas movies don't really do that, especially not anymore. But the idea is that in 20 years it pays off, right?
Nicholas St. North easily folds Kris Kringle like laundry in this round.
Yeah, he's dead. That's just an old bastard. Right? My local mall Santa got fired because he hooked up with like 30 moms. That is not what the kid wished for, I think. Why? That's insane. I'd really like a new dad for Christmas.
We unfortunately won't be including the folk horror film The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus.
The fuck was that?
Included the Rudolph Santa as well from this because even though he might be the same Santa, he's got eyes like a shark. Deep.
This one's an asshole. This guy's a dick. I think it's an alternate universe. Yeah.
The Giamatti Santa appears to be another kind of run-of-the-mill Santa, if you will. He's mostly verklempt through the whole film while he's scolded by Miranda Richardson and Kathy
Dude,
Bates.
he's
You
ass.
can't effectively judge his cheer spreading either.
He doesn't do
Guy
anything.
never leaves the North Pole. But from what we can tell, he's kind of f***ing up. In this universe, immortal beings and fantastical creatures are overseen
Oh my god, it's
by some governing capitalistic body, which sends adjudicators to decide whether or not to shut down Santa.
okay. What is up with all these movies and like trying to like add the bureaucracy and like administration? They love to put red tape on Christmas shit. That's so weird.
But let's break down the numbers.
Oh,
we learned this Santa's origin story where he's abandoned by multiple humans before being taken in by animals and elves. Similar but also different to his origin in The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, which was written by Wizard of Oz writer L. Frank Baum.
What? That's crazy. What an impact on American culture. Wicked is in theaters now. That's amazing. Holy shit.
He even manages to sway the Winter Warlock with the gift of a toy train. Not sure why an elemental being would want a toy train so badly, but it's the holidays. He's also pretty good at evading capture for about half of the film. So good, in fact, that he manages to deliver toys for enough years until an entire family line dies out.
Holy shit, Jesus.
Notice I'm focusing heavily on Santa Claus is coming to town and not the year without a Santa Claus. And the reason for that is in the title. Genuinely unsure if I should dock points for the Santa being sent presents by children of the world. But even if I do, he's got Giamatti.
Yeah. I think in that movie, he's all depressed and he's like, I can't do Christmas. And the children are like, do Christmas or I'm going to be really sad.
Dock points for the Santa being...
Do Christmas now, please. Like, why is he being such a bitch about it? This is you, Coney, stream now, I'll be really sad. Yeah, if I say I can't stream one night, if you guys just put like, you know, immigrant links in the chat of like of drawings of you crying at the window, I might go live.
This is our British section of the bracket. That was hard to say.
Ew.
In the 7th seed, we've got the 2014 family film Get Santa, starring Jim Broadbent as Santa.
Dude, why do British movies look like this? 28 Days Later did too. What are they doing to their cameras? They're dipping them in mashed peas.
Quickly becomes a Save Christmas movie after Santa crashes into a shed, tries to illegally free his deer, and is taken into police custody where he spends most of the movie. He does show off some bits of Santa magic, mostly decorating related. A decent score in Survival Instincts 2, sure he does get arrested and needs help busting out of jail, and he's a crack shot with a poop gun.
I can see you.
Crime Santa is going...
Dude, what the fuck?
I can see you.
That's awful. I hate British Santa, dude. Why would he do that? Why would he make that? It's not that he has one, he made it. His elves did.
Another happy accident. Our randomizer paired up our two most violent Santa combatants. Bruiser number 1 is Santa, played by David Harbour in the 2022 film Violent Night. And in regards to survival instincts, we've established that most Santas
I feel like it's a very particular type of person that is like, hey guys, let's all watch Violent Night. No, I don't want to watch that. Me and my boomer dad. You know what? I'm not thinking about the family angle. You're right. I bet a lot of dads like that. I'm sorry. You're right.
He's going up against the other most violent Santa on our list, Richard Attenborough. That was a joke. The 2005 horror comedy Santa's Sleigh features a wildly bloodthirsty Santa played by wrestler Bill Goldberg. In this movie, the Santa Claus myth is a lie, and he's actually more of an Antichrist type figure being born of Satan.
On the anniversary of his birth, there were always a great number of unexplained deaths and murders.
Christmas was also different and was his purge day until God sent an angel to beat him in a curling match.
Why Bill Goldberg?
It's a tight and bloody battle, but at the end of it, Nick 'em on the Red is going to take this round since people actually want him around.
Goldberg.
You were dead.
Get rid of that guy, man.
Christmas magic.
After 8 matchups, the bracket shakes out as such. Elf Santa will be going up against Christmas Chronicles. The Rankin and Bass Bunch faces Nicholas St. North. Scott Calvin will be tearing up some powder against David Huddleston. And British Santa is going to be mixing it up with David Harbour. Despite how charming and jolly Jim Broadbent Santa is, he brought a knife to a gunfight. Or in this case, a poop gun to a hammer fight. Nick the Red easily cuts his way into the Final Four over Get Santa.
Right, because he's going to kill people, but I hope he doesn't win.
Speaking of heartbreaking, we're going to say goodbye to Santa from the movie Elf. Asner's great, and he's a big fan favorite, but when you stack him up against a time-traveling, blues-singing, trumpet-playing, chain-wearing Kirk Claus...
It's left Santa, left.
Though they are strong in numbers, the Rankin and Bass Santas have an uphill climb, and that hill is
He has a fucking sword!
Here we are, at the end of all things. The final Christmas. 4 of the most powerful cinematic Santas in history. But who is the top Claus?
Did they fight at the same time?
I think I can confidently say that even with his Paul White physique, violent past, sword skills, and army of Yetis, Nicholas St. North is going to come up short against Russell. I didn't see North doing any flares when the chips were down against pitch.
Yeah, dude, like, I didn't realize that, like, getting everybody going like this, like a support class, this is the platonic ideal of this character. He just wins no matter what. Cultural victory. He has such a crazy army behind him. Like, he has an entire institution, including 3 movies and hundreds of elves. The other guy can't beat that.
Prowess,
this guy wins.
That it's hard to not acknowledge his dominance.
He has
You can't win everything with brute force and chimney magic.
Yeah. It's Kurt Russell. It's literally Kurt Russell.
Both of them are big wife guys, and both have been busted out of jail with
You want to know why this is? Kurt Russell is literally just a better actor. Like he's engaged.
Hearts of
like,
everyone.
He's like into it. You could feel the vitality, the life. And Tim Allen is doing this for a paycheck.
Guys,
also, he has time travel. Oh, I didn't think of that. That's true. Wait,
both have been busted out of jail with the help of their elves, which is where we turn to help figure out our winner.
Man,
with
he's
this
like
matchup so deadlocked, we turn to the unsettling elf scale to help. The elves in Christmas Chronicle are, well, they're just kind of strange. They're little Furby adjacent.
Wait,
the elves in Christmas Chronicle are,
what
well,
are these? Those are not elves. Oh,
and
dude, they've been hiding this the whole time.
Late, Lars.
Despite being weird little guys, they're very effective at combat, infiltration, toy building,
time. I didn't know about that.
Very much like Scott Calvin's elves, who are no slouches when it comes to self-defense, extraction, toys,
they're
shop
gremlins.
management, and of course, making hot chocolate.
It's good.
You didn't really think we'd go through this whole thing and never bring up the icon who is Bernard the Elf.
Hi, Bernard.
Hiya, sport.
He's funny, charming, magical, runs a tight ship, and was the sexual awakening for a lot of millennials.
What the fuck are we talking about?
And if you watch the Disney Plus series, The Santa Clauses, you know that Bernard himself has the power to travel through time and introduces Scott to all the Santas who came before him.
You gotta be fucking joking. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? They just drop the Chinese Santa at the end of the movie. They drop Chinese and Devil and Pope Santa,
at different
Catholic Santa. They enter the Santaverse.
But this isn't an elf competition. It's a claws off. And even with Bernard being able to travel backwards in time and unite all the previous Santas, Kurt is the one and only in his universe and doesn't require the help of David Krumholtz to visit the past.
None of you were a picnic.
With great ease.
Okay?
And again, the whole controlling weather thing. In X-Men terms, he's an Omega level Santa.
Yeah, wait a minute. He can part the clouds.
In an absolute
he can probably induce snow. That's true.
Nail-biter of a matchup, Scott Calvin falls to Christmas Chronicles.
Okay. Yeah, he deserves it. I would go Kurt Russell every time.
He did
Good
it.
movie.
And there you have it.
Yeah, what was up with that sexual awakening comment? He didn't really... Was that like a Tumblr thing? Why did he say that? I don't know what about Bernard the Elf would be so appealing. He's a pretty boy. You don't? No, I don't. He's like Link. Okay. He's an elf. Like, I don't... You haven't awakened yet. I'm going to be so mad if I wake up tomorrow and I'm gay for Bernard the Elf. Dude, it would fuck up my whole life. You're gonna have a crazy dream tonight. Oh no! I hope Santa doesn't change me. Can he do that? I think he just gives gifts. He doesn't give sexual proclivities, I think.